Hey everybody, this is Victor. Today I'm going to be talking about Zbigniew and how Zbigniew went from zero to making six figures flipping houses within 18 months. So we're going to talk about his journey here. This one, again, is going to be a little bit of a different format. Instead of like the typical interview format that I like to do, this is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be more of a monologue format, like you all have seen before, where I just talk about somebody's story and do it that way. So we're going to be talking about Zbigniew. He is Polish. He has a very unique name, so that's where that's from. So we have him here. I have him pulled up here. We're going to be talking about his story a little bit here. So where should I start? So his background is he was actually a contractor. I think he was doing tile work specifically. He's in the Chicago area, but he's doing his flips in Indiana, like kind of northwest Indiana. So that's where he is, but he's kind of in the Chicagoland area, let's put it that way. And then he does his deals in northwest, and we'll kind of talk about some of the deals here. But yeah, so let's talk about those. So he was a contractor, started getting into flipping. He actually did his first flip before he met me, so full disclosure. He did his first flip on his own. I understand just from talking to him that it was a decent flip, not his best one, but at least it got him started. At least it was profitable. At least got his first one started. So we met. We were part of the same Facebook groups. Just connected, kind of got to know each other over time. Zbigniew eventually joined my course, and I think the biggest issue he was having is how to scale, how to do this consistently. He did this first one, and I think that's roughly where we met. We met barely thereafter, and he was like, okay, how do I do from one flip to do more flips? And he was asking questions, and I helped him through with regards to how to find deals, sourcing money. I think he was always good on that. Maybe I point him in a couple directions there. I don't think maybe a couple pointers. I didn't really help him that much there. It was mostly sourcing deals, and then doing renovations. I think is the biggest thing. What I see is what a lot of people do, especially when they're tradesmen or they have that contractor background, they start to try to do the work themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's a limit to how much you can do. So with Zbigniew, what was fantastic is he's starting to detach himself from the work, where it's not him have to do anything to do everything, because you really limit yourself with regards to that. You can't do lots of flips. We'll kind of talk about where he's at now, but that's where he was before, where he just got his first flip, wanted to scale, and then now he's doing multiple flips at a time and all that good stuff. Right now he's following the subcontractor model, so he himself is the general contractor. He hires out subs to finish out the work. He's doing really well there. But I think that was the biggest thing. Just making sure at a certain point, you can't do all the work yourself. There's only 24 hours in the day, and you have to be finding deals, you have to be finding money, and you have to be doing the repairs, and it's just a lot of work. So just really helped him understand the trade-off of doing the work yourself. Yes, you save money, but then you can't do as many deals. So he's done really well there, though. So let's kind of talk about his story here. Let's pull it up here. So this is back in May. Pull it up here. I'll show you guys May. Look, May 2020. If you can see it right there. It's our chat here. I think this is either he just joined or was about to join. And then I'll pull it up here, this Marshall Avenue. But I was saying I did 8 flips last year, shooting for 13. I'm actually on track for 20. So I was a little bit older back then. This is my 3rd flip in life. Yeah. So I guess I misspoke. So right when I met him, he was working on his next flip here. So he was working on this one here. So let's pull it up. I think he was in the middle of it or about to, just getting started on it. Can't remember. I didn't really help too much with this one. I helped a little bit, just at least guidance with the other ones. So this one he bought, if I remember the numbers correctly, it was something bought for 80, around 83, I think. And then fixed it up for about 20, and then sold it for, it says 135 here. I said initially he had it for 145, and then the appraisal came in low, so he got knocked down quite a bit, which really sucked. But his net profit was pretty good. You can kind of figure out the net profit based on that. But he did really good on this one. And I think it sold within a week. Sold really quick. This was his first one. There's probably better pictures somewhere. Let's see if I can pull those up. Pictures 526. Yeah, Marshall. It doesn't show up on Zillow for some reason. But he does a really good job. Like he does really good work. So I'm not surprised it's sold so quickly. Like nice fixed pictures. Part of the other thing here, and I think we discussed it with him, so you can definitely over renovate for a property. So this is Hammond, this is Northwest Indiana. I think he went too much with the renovations, like they were too nice, and he got hit on that appraisal, like I mentioned. So he lost something like 10 grand, but he just went too far with the renovations where it just didn't fit the neighborhood, and because of that he got hit here. So I think that was another lesson he had as we were working together. I've had that lesson a lot of times. So you got to renovate for the neighborhood is the takeaway. So if all the countertops in the neighborhood are laminate, you want to do laminate countertops. If all the countertops in the neighborhood are granite, you want to do granite. So just one of those things where people, especially beginners, they make the mistake as they're getting into it. They think, oh, I want to renovate it as if I were going to live here. And that's not the case. That you shouldn't do it like that. You need to renovate it as if you were going to sell it. So you need to renovate to flip, not renovate to live in there. So we got some more pictures here. So like really nice place, stainless steel, refrigerator. For the price point, I don't know if I would do that, but that's me. So we could have saved a little bit on the repairs, but still a nice place, really nice house. So there's that one. Let me pull up this here. So we have 6-figure flippers here. This is the inner circle where all my students and partners are. So we posted this just recently back in October. Yeah. So let's look at that one. So look, so we bought for 70, put in 21, listed for 128. It's only been listed, I think, 5 days. So, no, oops. Yeah, listed for 5 days, but it has a lot of views and saves. So, yeah, that's good. So this one's going to be what, like 20-30 net profit. So it's still good, still really good. So he's starting to do that momentum. We got some comments here. Nice job. Good luck. Why don't you stage it? I'm a huge proponent of staging, so that's why she's saying that. So just doing more flips, so just scaling up. I think the other piece where I really helped Zbigniew out, I mean, he's also a self-starter, so a lot of credit goes to him. Like I've just given him some pointers, tips, and he's been off to the races. I think the biggest thing is just knowing someone who's out there doing it makes you more confident in doing it yourself. So if, I don't know what his network looks like with regards to real estate, but I think I was one of the few people who he knows who flips this many, more of a volume flipper, which is what I do, because I'm on track for 20 this year. So I think just having that confidence, like, hey, there's someone out there doing this, and then just making those couple tweaks in regards to his process and just like how he manages everything was really good. So let's show another thing here. I think there's a phone call that he missed is what that is. Actually, a lot is going on here. Got 3 flips now that I'm working on. First should be ready in 2 weeks. Then 4th one under contract to buy. Buyers asked. Yeah, so he's working on selling his own personal house as well. So 3 going. So from from 0, because he did his first flip. It was like late 2019. I think he closed on it, and then it was something like that. Yeah, late 2019. And I'm less fuzzy on those details because I came in later. But from from that to now doing 3 at a time, and I don't know his personal financial statement or how much he's making on each specific deal, at least like the specific amounts, but he's well on his way to 6 figures for sure, flipping houses, and just more of that to come. You just start doing more and more. What's so great about this stuff is it's exponential. So for me, I can relate to this. Zbigniew can relate to this as well, where like for me, first year did 2, second year 8, now 20, want to do 50 next year. So Zbigniew did, I think, like 1 his first year. Now he's going to do pretty much similar pattern, 5, 6 his second year, then he'll do more and more. Or it's totally fine to taper off. There's nothing wrong with, hey, I want to do 5 to 10 a year. I don't want to deal with any more hassle. I'm happy here, making good money. So that's that. And that's really Zbignew's story. So we're doing this format just because it's a little bit easier on this. We decided with Zbigniew it would be a little bit easier to do this format with regards to his story. And that's pretty much it. He's done fantastic. He's going to continue to do fantastic. Yes, there are speed bumps that happen along the way with each deal. That's always going to happen. Sometimes you're over budget. Almost always you're over budget on renovations, but at least, this is Zbignew's story, but at least you're profitable. So if you're making profit on every deal, 10, 20, 30K, that's good money. That's good money, and that adds up, especially as you're doing volume here. But that's Zbignew's story, how Zbigniew went from, zero experience to flipping and making 6 figures in about 18 months, maybe even less. That's his story. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and that's it.